Yo, I'm Jeff. This is Mini Garage on the road. We're somewhere in Idaho going, what, southeast?
East for sure.
East for sure. And
That's Chris.
Yes.
that's Chris.
I'm back here. Oh, I see. We're looking at that camera.
No,
I thought you were talking into your phone.
No, it's the...
Well, if I'd have known that, I'd have fixed my hair, so... you like...
I fixed my hair up good.
There you go.
We're headed to southeast Minnetonka in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. And so we thought we'd just shoot a little stuff from the road, kind of what we're talking about on the road to Maggie Valley. So we'll see what we get and see what's worth shipping out to you guys. So Chris, what do you do?
What?
What do you do? What do you do for a job?
As little as possible.
That's the job I want.
That's exactly what I do. I work very hard at looking like I'm doing a lot. Most of the time I get to the shop, and the first thing I do is roll around on the floor and get all dirty, so it looks like I'm really working.
You know, that sounds a lot like my county job. I remember I'd go out and I'd have a chainsaw, and I was supposed to go out and cut limbs and brush all day. I'd drive around all day long, and at the end of the day, I'd go find a pile of wood and fire up the chainsaw, get sawdust all over me, and then put the saw away, go back to the shop, like covered in sawdust, and like, man, you really worked hard today. Yep, sure did.
Yeah, see, that's what I learned from a young age, that if you look like you're all dirty and working hard, then they're just going to think you're always working hard.
Right on. Well, so besides
looking like I'm working hard, what do I do?
Yeah.
I build custom cars. That's the easiest way to describe it.
The easiest way to describe it.
I do a little bit of everything. I do chassis work, engine work, body work, fab work, paint work. Not as much paint. I don't spray the paint because I'm really not supposed to do that anymore, but I do it on my own project still.
You know how to paint.
What?
You know how to paint, though.
Yeah. Kind of.
Some will say.
Might have had a covered truck or two or three.
Yeah.
Three the number?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You painted my cover truck.
I know.
Oh, yes.
One.
That's right, yeah.
And
painted
his cover truck.
Yeah.
And
painted Jason's
cover truck. That's the three I knew about right off the bat.
And Tom Trimber's.
Oh, yeah.
Tramper's cover truck.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. That's probably it for mini trucks, but I have done street rods in the past that most people don't know, that pretty much my whole entire life I've built hot rods and street rods, and there's been quite a few of those that have been on covers of magazines too, and Good Guys t-shirts and all kinds of other stuff.
And
hammered shirts.
Hammered shirts,
Hammered
yes.
shirts. Can't ever get those.
I might. Well, I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe got the most hammered shirts with my. Well, I've got 3.
Yeah, so far I think.
We're rolling. What's he got? 2? The van, the Mazda.
Oh yeah. Craig Rally's gonna have to build some to compete with your numbers.
There. Yeah. Well, see then if I have a 4th one coming up, I can get one more to watch up there.
There you go.
Be in the Hammered Hall of Fame.
That trailer, holy hell!
The Hammered Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And that becomes the thing. I want to be the first inductee.
There you go.
Well, I think everybody that has something or a vehicle on a Hammered t-shirt is actually in the Hammered Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the Wall of Fame.
The
Wall of Fame. Yeah.
Until they get retired from that.
Yeah.
We'd have to wrap the trailer like around one time to get them all.
I was thinking about that too. I'm like, eventually all mine, some of the older ones are going to start coming down.
Falling off, yeah.
I'll have to start building new stuff. Keep up my reputation of being on hammered shirts.
So besides the custom cars and street rods, you got a new little thing going on too. Do you want to tell me about that?
My podcast?
Your podcast!
I do have a podcast. I've got 3 episodes out so far. And it's just pretty much stories of my journey in life of building custom cars and little adventures I've taken. But I do have friends that I've either taken road trips with or met at shows and been friends with for a long time. So I do have interviews with them, and you get to hear about their journeys through life and some of the cool accomplishments that they've done throughout their careers and lifetimes.
I heard about some delinquent days in a 54 Chevy pickup in a next town over, too.
Yeah, yes, I did.
Never have I ever done anything like that. Skip school and go away.
No, I'm probably the only one that's ever skipped school.
I'm sure.
Gone to the next town over
Yeah.
where I'm supposed to be.
Oh, all right. Mountain Home, Idaho.
That's where we are.
Yeah, that's southeast, right?
Mountain Home, Idaho.
It's the hometown hero.
Yep, home of the hometown hero, Jason
freaky
Leckmull.
hometown
Oh.
hero.
Well, his house is for sale. I'm not sure if he lives here
Yeah.
anymore, so he might have been the hometown hero.
That
but-
is a big sand shed. Well, it's got salt in it. They salt the roads out here?
Yes,
Oh.
Yeah, they're probably getting ready.
it does snow here.
I know, but it snows in my house too, but we don't want salt in our streams, so we don't do it.
Yeah, well, I think it snows a little more here than it does there.
Oh,
Maybe a little bit. That's a nice...
so what personally are you working on for yourself?
What's that?
What personally are you working on for yourself? Or anything you want to talk about your personal builds?
My personal builds?
Yeah.
I am trying to finish up a 63 Dawson NL320. It's a unibody pickup, little tiny guy. There's about 1,000 of them produced, and all the Dawson gurus figure there's probably about 200 to 250 still left in existence, so it's kind of a pretty rare little thing.
Like worldwide? Or
Yes,
just
worldwide.
in the US? Oh,
Yes, that's worldwide.
wow.
So you can imagine hunting down parts for it.
Oh, they're every eBay site.
Yes.
You can find them
Oh, yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many aftermarket parts for it, you just wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I have gotten lucky in about the last 9 years that I've owned it. Every once in a while, somebody will decide to reproduce something. So just recently, somebody had some emblems made, a guy in Australia. So I got a brand new emblem set. And a guy in Japan decided to, well, a company in Japan, they decided to make vent window rubbers for it. And I got a set of vent window rubbers. Those were a very hard to find item, almost impossible to find something that was in decent shape. So that was a big plus.
Now the real question is it going to be full custom with like Lambo doors on it?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Lambo doors, big old dancing bed,
Yeah.
tilt hood, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Sounds perfect.
It started as a unibody, and then he cut the bed off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stretched
It was a
back.
unibody, but I had to cut the unibody apart so that I could have that
Because
dancing bed.
stock ain't cutting it.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that one I'm trying to finish up. Planning on to debut that in a hammered booth at Lone Star Throwdown come the end of February. And I also have a Astro van that I'm building. I haven't worked on it for quite a while. I look at it all the time though. And you know, it's about probably a day or two away from being ready to prime, but it is a close replica of my favorite Astro van. The Crazy Customs van, built by Tom McMurdo and Brian Genro, and I think Sean Dell actually had a hand in that too, way back when. But I found out that van got scrapped a few years ago, and I decided for some weird reason that I was going to build a replica or my version of that van, and it's pretty close. I did change a few things, but it's coming along.
That's what I was wondering, if you were going to make it exactly like the other van was, or
It's
if you're just going to put your twist on it.
Yeah, it does have my twist. The original one didn't have a shaved gas door. I did do a few things different. I put the Dutch doors on the back with a rear hatch, so I have the solid rear window instead of the barn doors. There is some differences. I have a full-length slide and rag top instead of the half-length slide and rag top.
I saw it. That thing is huge. How big is that?
It is a 40 by 80.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty much the whole roof of the van is a slide and rag top.
Now,
So
is that the sticker van, or did you sell the sticker van?
no, I sold the sticker van,
And
but
then
that's
this
the
is
same
just-
rag top out of the sticker van.
Oh,
I sold that rag top to Tanner, and Tanner sold it to Billy Pratt, and then Billy was going to cut it down for his S10 Blazer and decided not to. And not too long after I got my van, which I told everybody I wasn't going to put another rag top in a van because, you know, the wind noise, and just if you have a rag top in a vehicle or an aftermarket rag top, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
right.
But I saw it come up on Facebook. Billy had it listed for sale, so I messaged Billy and I said, "Hey, what's that rag top to?" And he said, "It's your old rag top out of your van." So I was like, "Well, I guess I'm going to end up with that back."
Yeah, I'm gonna need that for right
You know, like the beat up bug in the past and my Mazda 4 or 5 times in the past, I'm pretty good at buying back my own things.
I love that bug. Oh,
So was the van just something that you like got off Craigslist, or was
Yeah,
it like
the
old
van.
stock?
Yeah, I bought kind of one of those things. Like I said, I decided that it'd be cool to build a van. I've loved Astro vans. Always wanted to build a bagged, laid out Astro van. And I've had a couple of them in the past with the intention of doing so, like the sticker van. And just something always came up and I just never got around to doing it. I'd gather up some cool parts for them and then that would be about the extent of it. So this time around, I happened to see the city of Boise had this Astro van and 93,000 original miles.
Wow.
And you know how the city vehicles are. They're always maintained, oil changed, all that kind of
yeah.
stuff. So it was listed for, I think they wanted $1,000 for it.
Wow.
And I went down, I looked at it, and the outside had some damage. I think the driver's door handle was broken and the rear bumper was all dented in and one of the mirrors was falling off or kind of broken. So I told the guy, I said, well, with the door handle being broken, I got to buy one of those, and the rear bumper's all dented, so I'm going to have to find a rear bumper. You know, not telling him that I'm going to shave the handles and roll pan it anyway. So I asked him if he go down any lower, and he said he'd go down to $800. And I said, well, I'll give you $600 for it. I got cash right now. And he said no. And I go, well, I appreciate you letting me look for it or look at it. And I started walking off, and he says, yeah, all right, I'll take $600 for it. Come back here. So I bought it for $600, and you know, I left it there. I asked him if it was okay if I just left it there. And my wife went back and brought me back and picked it up. But then shortly after that, my buddy Izzy and I, we went 4 hours away to Pocatello, Idaho, and picked up a parts van and got the rear Dutch doors and hatch and a good driver's door that I needed, and I think a front fender. And I took all the deluxe interior out of it. It was like one of the whatever model, I don't know the different model numbers or names, but it had all the fancy bench seats in the rear with the fold down armrests and cup holders and the power front seats and all that stuff. So I bought that van for I think $500, and we thought that we were going to have to push it on off the trailer, but when we got there, the thing actually started up and ran and it drove.
Oh, wow.
It was actually a really nice van, and probably too nice for me to cut up, but I ended up cutting it up anyway.
Just took what you wanted.
Yeah, I just took what I wanted. Then Izzy and we actually took the rest of it to scrap after it was all cut up, and it was like middle of winter. It's kind of funny. All the windows, took all the glass and stuff out of it. Big sections are cut off, and doors are missing, and everything else. Front end's gone, and we just drove the thing.
You drove it down there?
Well, yeah, the scrap yard's pretty close.
Oh. Well, yeah, well, scrap from my house is a few miles. You can drive, well, I mean, it happened, but.
You see people driving shits like that in Portland all the
Well,
time.
all the
Like,
time.
Portland,
Well,
that's
usually
every
they
day.
live
like
in
an F-150, the
they're-
fucking door.
They're living in
missing.
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, it doubles as a home. A
Yeah.
van, it probably doubles as an apartment complex there in Portland.
Right.
Right.
Everybody can take a seat. But yeah, then I slowly started gathering stuff. I built a roll pan for it and all the fillers for the door handles and that kind of stuff.
I saw the grill. The grill looks awesome. That whole front end looks awesome.
Yeah, that's the same front end as the original Crazy Customs. Has a split fan grill,
Uh-huh.
and then
Did you fabricate all that?
yes, I did. Front corner lights are shaved.
Yeah, looks good.
And then the front bumper, a friend of mine, JD, that lives in Idaho, now my buddy JD in Canada, he gave me a full-size Chevy front bumper, and I cut that up and modified that to fit underneath the front. So that's actually a Chevy full-size bumper.
Is that what was on the original too?
No. Yeah, the original one had the same thing, and then I took the bottom of the front fenders that I cut off and then welded those ends onto the back corners of the bumper so they flow into the fenders. Just a little section of it. So that way it looks like it's meant for the Astro van, but it cleans it up pretty good.
Now, is there still a Facebook page for that build?
Yes, there is. If you want to check out that build, you can go to Facebook, and it's under Billy Bob's Iconic Astro Van build, and you can see start to finish, well, I shouldn't say finish, but start to current photos. I got a lot of photos and try to describe how I did things. I get asked a lot of questions. How did you do this? How did you see the front? How did you bag it, 4-link it? It's actually a 3-link, or kind of a 3-link. I have pictures on there sectioning the gas tank 3 inches and the sending unit 3 inches. There's a bunch of other pictures of random stuff on there that I did to it. Can't remember all of it right now.
And where can they find your podcast?
You can find my podcast on just about any app that you listen to podcasts. Just search for Billy Bob the Podcast, either one word or all separate. You can also listen to it on YouTube at Billy Bob the Podcast. You can like me on Facebook, Billy Bob the Podcast, and follow me on Instagram at, you guessed it, Billy Bob the Podcast. Easy.
Wow. I got a sticker too. Did you get a sticker?
I got a sticker. Recent Hammer orders got a sticker too.
Yeah, so everybody that ordered Hammer gear.
Well, then you guys all got stickers.
Well, probably. But
Yeah,
Ron says that he ran out, so I got to get Ron more stickers to send out Hammer gear.
Yeah.
It's my little gift to
Gave
all
me
the
3 stickers.
Yeah.
Wow.
I gave lots of people 3 stickers, but
Yeah, but I got one. So there.
yes.
All right. Well, we'll see how this audio goes, and
Yeah.
After this,
right
after
there.
this whole
Oh,
deal
better
right
turn.
here,
oh,
That sticker.
we started in Boise, Idaho,
Yeah.
and believe it or not, we're already in Eastern Tennessee.
oh yeah, just
Yeah.
like just like that. Make sure you click on the About link on the Mini Garage page, and to the right you will see a link to My American Cancer Society Real Men Wear Pink campaign, and you can donate there. Click that link, and I don't know, people have been donating. It hasn't all got credited to me, but I don't care. They need the money. Go help them out.
Yeah, as long as it's going somewhere.
That's right. So for now, thanks. We'll catch up with you soon.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Oh, and share this video.
Yes.
That's it.
Hey, I'm Ron, and that was Mini Garage. Before you take off, don't forget to hit up the website, hammeredweekendwear.com, where we have hats like these, banners like those, stickers, and all the swag you need to support our show. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. Step forward. It's just one of those things that, like, man, I did not know it was going to be this hard. But then once I figured it out,
You probably just like rolling.
that was a lot easier.
What's that? I thought I'd turn it on and see what we get.